Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So the last update about Unfortunate Love was how Balwinder decided to expose Malishka's truth after realizing that Malishka and her mother were trying to make him a scapegoat and betray him. Then Malishka was able to apologize to him and she collected the pen drive from him. So let's continue from there. Kiran gets worried for Malishka and she thinks that why did Malishka not come till now? She thinks if Balwinder has done something with her. Malishka comes there and hugs Kiran. Kiran asks, what did Balwinder say? Malishka says she got the pen drive. She shows the pen drive to Kiran, but the pen drive falls down from her hand. Just then, Neelam comes there and Malishka thinks if auntie saw everything. Balwinder tells his friend that Malishka has forgotten that a father is a father, and he says that he has given Malishka an empty pen drive, and his friend smiles. Balwinder says Malishka will get a 440 volt current and says that he has the real pen drive which has the proof and it will shield him by the time Malishka tried to be smart with him. Balwinder's friend says that what if Malishka comes to know that the pen drive is fake? Balwinder says he is not afraid of Malishka and he says that this time his life's Ravan would have the end with this Ravan. Neelam asks Kiran if she is supporting Malishka. She says I asked Malishka to rest after she got sprained in her foot. Kiran asks what am I hearing Malishka and says she should listen to Neelam and they get relieved that Neelam did not hear their conversation. Kiran asks Neelam to handle her would-be daughter-in-law. Neelam says my choice will become my daughter-in-law and she asks Malishka about her foot. Malishka says she is fine and Neelam goes. Malishka picks the pen drive and she gives it to Kiran. Kiran asks what do we do with Balwinder? Malishka says Balwinder came to know about our plan and he was angry. She says if we sacrifice Balwinder, then it will be our loss. Kiran asks why did Balwinder come here? Malishka says even she did not know. Lakshmi and Rishi come in front of each other. Lakshmi asks Rishi to move and says she wants to go that side. Rishi says even he wants to go to that side. He stops Lakshmi and asks why she is angry. Lakshmi says you were hearing me secretly and Rishi says there should be some entertainment, excitement, adventure and thrill in life instead of anger. Lakshmi asks Rishi that will you get these good things by secretly hearing me? Rishi says my intention was to see you. You were looking cute and you were fighting childishly. Lakshmi asks if she was fighting and says there was once my talk used to give you peace and now it seems like fighting. Two girls hears Rishi and Lakshmi talking and they give a flying kiss to Rishi and they leave. Lakshmi feels jealous and she goes from there. She says this is why she was jealous. Rishi says I heard what you said. Lakshmi says I don't care whatever you do. Rishi asks really and Lakshmi asks him not to have any misunderstanding. Ayush tells Shalu that he is excited because Lakshmi will see the Dushara here for the first time. Shalu asks why did Rishi and Lakshmi fight often. Ayush says they don't know that they love each other. Shalu hopes that the evils in their life will get burnt with Ravan and she asks Ayush about the pendrive footage. Ayush says tomorrow they will get it. Shalu says she is scared that someone's bad side will fall on Lakshmi, but Ayush says nothing would happen to your sisters. Balwinder calls the girls blowing kiss at Rishi and says you both are looking beautiful. He asks if they want to meet Rishi or Bray. The girl says yes. Balwinder asks them to give the bouquet that he had already added chloroform to Rishi and tell Rishi that pretty madam has sent the bouquet. He asks the girl to leave the bouquet smell to Rishi and the girl goes with the bouquet and Balwinder talks to another girl and asks what she does. Rishi asks Lakshmi that what do I do? He asks if girls truly like him. The girl comes to Rishi and Lakshmi's room and gives Rishi the bouquet. Rishi thanks the girl for the bouquet and he smells it and says its fragrance is good. The girl leaves. Rishi asks Lakshmi to smell it, but Lakshmi is upset and she angrily goes from there. Rishi sits on the bed and says the bouquet is having a bad smell and he faints. Malishka thinks that why did she not think about the CCTV camera in the kitchen before she carried out her plan and she got worried. Kiran comes there and asks why Malishka is stressed. Malishka takes the pen drive and says this footage is my stress and says now Balwinder would also not help me. Kiran asks what are you going to do and Malishka says this footage will decide to whom Rishi will belong to, either me or Lakshmi. Malishka goes to Sonia's room to check the pen drive and Kiran wishes that Malishka will get her love soon. Balwinder comes to Rishi's room and sees him. Rishi is semi-conscious and he grabbed Balwinder. Balwinder asks, "Who are you?" Rishi says, "You're death." Balwinder says, "I'm standing in front of you," and says you will faint completely after smelling that medicine, and Rishi faints fully. Balwinder asks if Rishi is pretending and says this Ravan festival's time has come. Grandma tells Virendra that she is bored. Virendra says the Ravan festival would happen in some time. Grandma says we will take selfie till then, and Virendra takes the selfie. Lakshmi comes there. Grandma says there is something missing in the selfie. Lakshmi says yes, there is something missing in Grandma. Grandma asks what? And Lakshmi says the goggle, because the selfie would be nice if Grandma wears a goggle. Grandma asks Lakshmi to bring Rishi's goggles. Lakshmi says, "I saw you wearing Rishi's goggle," and says it looks better on you. Virendra says, "I did not see anything," and Lakshmi goes to bring the goggles. Grandma asks Virendra to click her picture when she wears the goggles and says she will get many likes on social media, and Virendra says, "Okay, mother." In the room, Balwinder lifts Rishi and hears someone coming, so he quickly hides Rishi, and he himself rests on the bed covering himself with a blanket. Lakshmi comes inside and thinks that Rishi is pretending to sleep and says she came to do some work and not to talk to him. She takes the goggles and a cinder bottle falls down on the floor and she is shocked. Balwinder thinks that if Lakshmi sees Rishi, then he will run away. Lakshmi picks the bottle and keeps it on the table. She thinks that why is Rishi sleeping? Maybe due to the injury, and says Rishi has to do the Ravan festival. Balwinder thinks that Lakshmi should care for him just like she is caring for Rishi. Lakshmi thinks if Rishi is talking to his girlfriend under the duvet and she calls him. Lakshmi asks Rishi to get up from the bed and says, "I will lift your blanket." Balwinder thinks that he is dead if Lakshmi lifts the blanket. Lakshmi is about to pull the blanket, but she thinks that she doesn't even care with whom Rishi is talking to, and she goes away from there. Balwinder gets up from the bed and he locks the door, and he takes Rishi from behind the sofa and drag him out. Balwinder is taking Rishi outside the room and he sees Malishka going, and he thinks that he should not even care for Malishka because she was sacrificing him for a selfish benefit, so he goes out lifting Rishi. Malishka thinks that Sonia had refused to give her laptop to her, and she thinks that I don't know what has happened to her. She opens the pendrive in the laptop and she gets shocked. Bani brings juice for Shalu and Ayush, and she tells them that she told the waiter that she would take it. Ayush appreciates Bani for her sense of humor. Bani says she saw Grandma wearing goggles. Ayush says Grandma is like me. Shalu says you are not like Grandma. Ayush says Grandma lives life to the fullest, and Shalu says but we couldn't do that. Lakshmi comes there and takes the juice from Shalu and drinks it. Shalu takes the glass from Ayush and gives it to Lakshmi. Lakshmi drinks it again and says she is drinking her anger and says Rishi. Shalu says brother-in-law has no affair with anybody. I am telling you for the last time. She asks Ayush to talk, and Ayush says that it is true that Rishi had an affair with someone else apart from Lakshmi. Shalu says to Ayush that we know that brother-in-law had an affair with Malishka, but it was in the past. Lakshmi says Rishi has an affair with other girls. Ayush says if Rishi had told me about the girl, then I would have chosen one of them. Shalu says Ayush. She asks Ayush to tell the truth, and Ayush says that he is not lying, and there is truly a secret. Lakshmi and others sit on the chair to hear Ayush. Ayush says Rishi has another affair along with Malishka. Shalu says if you are joking, then I will beat you. Lakshmi is shocked and she asks Ayush to tell her about Rishi's affair, and Ayush asks, "Didn't you know?" But Malishka knows. Shalu asks Ayush that who is that third girl. Ayush says she is not a girl. Lakshmi asks what? Ayush says yes, because there is no third person. Shalu holds Ayush's neck, and Ayush says that Rishi has an affair with his work because he is a workaholic. Shalu says so you were joking and says you will be beaten up now. Ayush asks Lakshmi to smile and says he did that to cheer her up. Lakshmi is upset and she goes. Shalu smiles and says Rishi and Lakshmi doesn't know that they love each other. Kiran waits for Malishka and she thinks that Malishka will make her have BP. Malishka comes there. Kiran asks, "Did you check the pen drive?" And Malishka looks on. Malishka says to Kiran that Balwinder has betrayed me. Kiran says your dad told you about Balwinder, you know. And Malishka says that Balwinder has never betrayed me before. Balwinder is pushing a cart. A boy asks Balwinder to take him on the cart. Balwinder asks the boy to go, and he mistakenly drops the real pendrive on the ground and he leaves without knowing. Malishka says to Kiran that Balwinder gave me an empty pen drive because he came to know that we were planning against him and we wanted to sacrifice him and kill him like a scapegoat. She says the pen drive is empty and she wonders where the real pen drive is. Lakshmi is working and she suddenly finds a pen drive and it is the same pen drive that fell from Balwinder's hand. Kiran asks Malishka that didn't Balwinder give you the actual pen drive? Malishka says yes and says Balwinder can trap me at any time. Kiran asks Malishka not to be afraid of Balwinder. Malishka says Balwinder has proof against me and she blames Kiran and Abe for their plan. She says she told them that they should handle Balwinder like men smartly and says now Balwinder has become a weapon against me and says Balwinder might be planning some blunder now and she takes Kiran's phone to call Balwinder. Lakshmi comes to the room and searches for Rishi. She thinks that where did he go? She thinks that she shouldn't have said so much to him earlier. She says Shalu and Ayush were right. Rishi was trying to make me jealous. She says sorry and says let's end the fight. I have come here to cheer you up, so come out. Nobody was in the room and Lakshmi thinks that where did Rishi go? Balwinder comes to the festival place pushing the cart. The decorator asks that what is in the cart. Balwinder says the cracker and he asks the decorator to go. The decorator sees Rishi's hand coming out of the cart and Balwinder eyed Rishi's hand and says it is just crackers. The decorator moved the cloth to see Rishi and he is shocked. In the room, Lakshmi says, please come back, Rishi. I am not feeling good. Balwinder tells the decorator that Virendra asked him to bring the statue. The decorator thinks that he is not a statue and he sees Rishi's face. He says he is Rishi and he asks if Balwinder killed him. He says he is a nice guy. What are you going to do with him? And he pushes Balwinder and runs away to go and tell everyone. Balwinder gets Malishka's call but he rejects it. The decorator calls Ayush, but Ayush is busy watching play. Balwinder comes in front of the decorator. The decorator runs and collides with Lakshmi, and Balwinder hides so that Lakshmi will not recognize him. The decorator says to Lakshmi that it is good that I saw you, and he begins to pant. Balwinder thinks of how to stop the decorator from telling Lakshmi about him, and he thinks to kill him. The decorator tells Lakshmi that a guy, and he points towards Balwinder. Balwinder keeps stone inside the cloth and he burns the cloth. Lakshmi asks the decorator to calm down and talk to her. Just then, Lakshmi sees the fire and she runs there. Ayush and Shalu also runs towards the burning fire and Balwinder hits on the decorator's head and makes him faint and he drags him away from there. Lakshmi tells Ayush that Supu the decorator was afraid and he was trying to tell her something. Shalu asks if the burning fire is connected to what Supu was trying to say and they look back but they couldn't see Supu again. Balwinder takes Supu to a side and hides him and says that he has to finish the work that he came here for before the auspicious time comes. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please give this video a like and check the comment section for the link to the next update. I'll see you all again in my next video. Bye guys.